What's up, everybody? Yogi here. Today, I'm going to be talking about the end of Blazing. It's finally happening. I've stopped playing the game a couple months back, so I'm not like beat up about it because I kind of gave up on the game, for lack of a better word, at that point because there was just no content. It was heavily going towards the fact that it was going downward spiral, like roller coaster, but they didn't finish making it for it to bounce back up. So it's gone. It's going to be gone. Okay, it's going to be gone February 8th. But I mean, this is their notice here. Let me at least start loading in the game because it takes a long time to do that. But yeah, at the end of the day, this game did not have to die. Not right now. Not for a while. But it was just handled poorly at the end of the day. There's too many things that people did not like or complained about or asked them to do, and they did not do it, or they half did things, or they did it literally a year and a half later. Like, let people buy multiple items from a shop at once instead of having them buy one by one by one. We never got limit breaks streamlined. I could sit here for hours, okay, talking about all of the stuff that they shoulda, coulda done to make it better. But, I'm not going to try to get too much into that. My main point is the game didn't need to die. Now, could have went on longer. But I'm not sad to see it go. It's one of those things of it's like the game was kind of dead already at this point recently. So just put it to rest already. I centered my whole channel around this game because I enjoyed it that much. I really did enjoy making guides and what's the other thing? Oh yeah, of course, free to play only stuff. But then as they changed the game and made it content more difficult, they just did so many things that was just shooting themselves in the foot multiple times over and over again. They were like addicted to the pain of doing that. And, here we are now. But, yeah, until the game closes, they're still doing, like, you get login bonuses of, like, 10 to 15 pearls. I logged in once since then, since, they said the game's closing. But you see they got the 3 banners. It's just the Blazing Festivals, Blazing Bash, and then 7-star characters. And by 7 stars, I mean the ones that were straight up 7-star from the start, minus Kakashi and Madara, who were 6 stars originally, got upgraded. Also, just for those who, of course, play Blazing, you'll get this. Body will forever go down as being the most shafted type. Not only did we not get like the really good Blazing Festival character that we deserved for Body, but there's never going to be a 7-star Body character now. We got Naruto in the middle being Heart. We got Sasuke and Naruto, one being Wisdom and Bravery, and then Kakashi's also Heart, and then Madara's Skill. There's no 7-star Body, so that sucks. Unicoda. Oh, wait. See, here's something that people don't talk about. Let me back up again. This is an encyclopedia, okay? For those of you who don't know, after the game is closed, if you have it downloaded, and make sure you update it before it gets shut down forever, you will have the ability to open the game at any point in time, look at the encyclopedia, look over all the characters and their jutsus, their ultimates, for good old time's sake. So there's that like an archive, if you will, of the game. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, what I was trying to say is the real reason these things keep getting in the way and stopping me from trying to say what I was saying. Come on. They're changing the title screen 4 different times. Wow. Would have been awesome if they did that sooner. How about they change the music for this game? It's still the same thing. I have it off right now. Might as well turn it on. I don't know. Anyway, the real reason this game is dying is because they did not limit break my boy Utakata. Ito Utakata. That's all they had to do. I'm in good spirits, y'all, because like I said, I've already removed myself from this game a couple months ago. I'm so glad I did. Because I would be so ticked off if I was spending these last couple of months playing a game that I really didn't want to play, just for them to be like, oh, we're shutting down the game, by the way. There's no New Year's anniversary. There's no New Year's anniversary. There's no New Year's event. There's no new Super Impact. They didn't even do that for anniversary. Oh, that was sad. Yeah, it's just, I would have been upset if I was saving for nothing, you know, essentially. Aside from that, it's very difficult for me to even care enough to play this game anymore. It's like, nothing about it is like, ooh, yeah, nostalgia. That being said, for those of you wondering, like, what am I going to do now? I will, I plan on doing at least some more videos of Blazing. Mostly, I have a bunch of other like summoning videos that I've done and I never uploaded due to forgetting about it being just a random summon I had on my phone that I just found somewhere or it got lost somewhere. Dailies. See, that's why I'm okay with the game being gone, because every time I look at something, it's like, you want me to do dailies? Ninja Road, and remembering all how lazy they are with this stuff. I don't even know what's up with Ninja World Clash. Right now the game's frozen. And it gotta be frozen, but it's frozen. And then we never even got like Ito versions for all the Jinchuriki. They didn't limit break all the normal banner characters like they should have. They literally just jumped around like Sugetsu and Jugo come out at the same time. Let's limit break Sugetsu and leave Jugo by himself. Like, makes no sense to me. And you got Ninja World Ultimate Showdown, which was originally Ninja World Clash. Such a fun mode when it came out. A lot of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Potential. A lot of potential. And then they did that one-time update, like nerfing and fixing broken characters, which balanced it out just to make a bunch of broken characters getting more broken as time goes on. And, you know, it's just like, if they let me have this game, if I was in charge of it, it'll still be going strong for the most part. Or at this point be like it's getting a little stale. But if we were able to go for 4 years without it going a little stale, that would have been better than, you know, a situation we're at now with it. And yeah, if you really think about it, this type of mode is what sunk them, because they made characters based around the mode, and then it was like the main mode for free-to-play players like me and a lot of other people, right? To like they had to compete to get their pearls if they want to summon. So then they were forced to try to get into it, but then they're up against the whales, the people who spend money on the game, which I never like encourage, like, oh yeah, let's throw the whales underneath the bus and act like they're bad people because they're spending money on the game. They're literally the reason why the game survives and goes on as long as it does. And that's part of the reason why the game is dying. No one's spending money on it anymore. If they were making bank, that'd be different. But, you know, they didn't even jump on the seasonal units hype train, if you will. They could have been making Halloween units, Christmas units, Easter units. They made some Valentine units, but then they stopped on the 4th year. Don't understand that. It's just a bunch of seasonal type of units they could have been doing. And they made like Swimsuit, Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke. Make the other characters. People would have spent that. They would have bought that up, you know? Yeah, another thing that I could say that I was expecting to see that again. Anyway, as I was saying, looking at the last Tintin up there, they didn't even add all the last version of characters. It's like there's so many more things they could have done with the game. Dude, I didn't want it to turn into a complaining type of video, but I mean, come on. This is item that you're supposed to use to raise the luck of your character. 99 luck being the max. And me playing, doing all the content I can, I'm only able to get 7, not even 10, which is the amount you get for pulling a dupe character. It's sad. It's really sad. Let's look at the shops. They added more stuff here. This is only for people who care to keep playing, you know. They basically have it set up so that you can play and get any of the 3 7-star characters guaranteed with your points. And they put all of the Ninja Road characters in here for 75,000 still? Make it cheap. Come on. Come on. Why would people... This game. Guys, come on. Like for those of you who don't know, you have to play so many Ninja Roads to get that many points just to buy a character. And they want you to like assuming you're trying to get max and get as many things as you can, you would be playing so much Ninja Road, putting so many hours into this game just for it to be gone in a couple months. It's like, nah, you should have made it cheaper. You should have made it cheaper. They got all these units here from the Kage League characters, and then the original ones from Ninja World Clash, which is really cool in my opinion because there's no other way to get them. Might ultimate this Kabuto for the LOLs because I can't ultimate the last Hinata because y'all only give us 5 copies, jerks. Yeah, look, the game is ending and there's still things that I will not be able to do that I've wanted to do in this game and hoped I would be able to do because they're still not giving out enough materials and items. It's just sad on that point. Overall, guys, my experience with this game was fun for the most part. I really did enjoy making content. I loved making those videos where I took the characters, the free-to-play characters at the time, and gave them, if they had cutscenes, like if it's a gacha character type of thing. That was a lot of fun. Eventually, most of those characters got added into the game with their own cutscenes. So it's funny, you look at it now, you'll be like, I've seen that before in the game, and that's why, because I knew how they set it up and how they did it. But I mean, the guys was fun. I really did enjoy streaming at first. As time went on, it just went down for me, to be honest with you. I didn't enjoy making, like I enjoyed doing the guys to help people out and stuff like that, you know. And really my favorite thing was doing stuff free to play only. That was one of the favorite things. And they ruined that by raising the difficulty so high and all these extra effects that didn't make content fun to grind or play anymore. You couldn't even play stuff multiplayer because people could mess up or do something dumb. And even if they made an honest mistake and they didn't mean to do that, you can lose the whole match over that or get it prolonged an extra 15 to 20 minutes on a mobile game. You know, but see, any story with this game could turn into they should have done this or they should have done that or that was a missed opportunity just because of how many levels that this game was affected on due to them not doing what they needed to do. Even then, that being said, another side that I don't think anyone ever talks about with this game is for it to go on for 4 years at least. There are people who put their hard work into this game, and there are people who care in agree. Okay, there has to be. If no one cared, it would have been dead sooner, right? But it's just like when people have been like before the second anniversary, people have been saying dead game is going to die, and lazy devs and this type of just a bunch of negative comments on the game. And that the fact that it went for 2 more years, it can take a toll on those people who really do care to the point of them not caring. Best example I can give is it's like if I was in their shoes and I'm doing everything I can to make good content or help the game survive, and every time I put something out, no matter what it is, people are saying trash game, you're lazy, just negativity every time, it would get to the point where I would stop caring. And if, in more extreme cases, you got a company like Fortnite, for example, they you could have given them the most credit for doing stuff with the community so many years back, and they did patch notes and all sort of stuff. Got to the point where they removed patch notes and like pulled back. They pulled back with how open they were with the community to a degree, because people were getting so ridiculous with it. They were threatening people's lives over it, and some people leaving their job over it. Like that's how bad it got. I don't think people in Blazing took it that far. I'm pretty sure no one took it that far to push into that. But what I mean is, it's kind of like, yeah, you played a game, you don't like something, you can tell them what you don't like, but you don't need to go calling every single last person lazy. And you see what I mean, going for 0 to 100 with it, being extra with it. So that's another sad part that I don't think people really talk about or think about. There's people in the other end at the end of the day. And out of all the videos I did, I know the one thing that really, kind of did me in was the 2nd anniversary's Sasuke SS rank, for like one of the first. I don't know if it was the first SS ranks. I don't know. It was the first one of that insane difficulty. That if you did not have Final Valley Naruto unit corresponding with the raid, it took me 3 hours to beat it because of how difficult they made it. And you expect someone to sit on a phone for 3 hours to do something is ridiculous in itself. And for the fact of me doing that type of guide and expressing how painful it was to do something like that, and people in the comments to still try to be funny over stuff like that, like I specifically said in the video, for example, there's no way I could do it free to play if it took me 3 hours to do with my best units at the time, right? And even if it was possible free to play, do you know how long that would take? If my best units take me 3 hours, you trying to make me sit there for 12 hours? But I pretty much said that, and then you get comments like, you should do it free to play only, or people asking comments of stuff that I said in the first minute or two. And at some point those comments just kept happening more and more, where it was just one of those things that it's like, watch the video for a minute and you'll get your answer. And part of me at the time felt like I couldn't say that. I couldn't come out and say what I'm saying right now, because then I look like I'm rude or something like that. I don't care now. I don't care now. People, for lack of a better word, a lot of people were being idiots with it. There's a difference between, you miss something and accidents. I get that. That's fine. But when someone's asking something that's like I say in the first 30 seconds, it's kind of like, if I can take, 8 hours out of my day to do something to help you out, the least you can do is watch 1 minute of the video and look for your answer there, instead of asking me something that I say in the first minute. You see what I mean? If it's something I said, if it's like a 40-minute video and I say it in the last 5 minutes of the video, I'm understanding. I get that you missed that or you asked sooner than that, but the first minute. And from that point, after I stopped doing that, things just kept snowballing into, not wanting to do videos anymore for Blazing, trying to still make it work. And, when I do try to make it work, the same type of thing would happen in different ways that, it was like, why do I even bother making it? And then, I had like people who call me the free-to-play king of Blazing, because I did so many things free to play only. And I will, still say that I'm the free to play king when it comes to this game, because of all the crazy stuff I've done with what was available. A lot of stuff I was like, this isn't possible, but I'm gonna try. And then I'm like, holy crap, I did it when I beat it, right? But when I saw some people on other YouTuber channels saying the exact same thing, people that have been with me like on my channel from around the start, saying that to other people while I was still uploading and trying. That was just like, added on to the loss of motivation, if you will. Because it's like, I got nothing wrong, you like somebody else's content, but why would you call someone else the literally the best free-to-play YouTuber out there, and you've been watching me for years. I don't get that. Getting on to a more positive issue. I'm fine, guys, now. I really am. Because, like I said, this is like, I'm like, my feelings on this is like this. Thank you, Blazing, for everything. And it was fun. But I can't be bothered. I'm doing my hands the wrong way. I can't be bothered to play the game anymore, really. And you know, something I will apologize for is for how long I kept saying that I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, and I haven't done it, because that's something I've hated when other YouTubers have done. I've hated when they do that. I hate when they disappear without saying why, not saying anything. But, you know, being on the other side of that, I understand it. And it still doesn't make me not like it anymore, because I could have said, you know, I'm not uploading Blazing anymore, period. But at the same time, I didn't really feel like that either at the time. It's like, I'm still okay playing Blazing. I'm still okay making content, you know, but just never did. If I tried to do something free to play only, it'd be like hour and a half in. If y'all were watching me beforehand, I had longer hair. I ripped it out. That's why I look like this now. It was gone. Because I was tired of trying to do it. Oh, I'm kidding, but I'm halfway kidding. I really would try to do stuff again, and it just wouldn't work. Wasn't happening. Then to top it all off, Unicoda, which was the character I literally almost had a mental breakdown with trying to pull him when he first came out. Literally, guys, because I was playing when he first got released. I never get him ultimate because I can't pull him in anywhere. He's not in any featured banners. I wasn't even trying to talk about the ultimate part. I was trying to talk about the fact that using him is a pain in the butt now. A lot of the characters that I enjoyed and have good memories with are a pain in the butt to use now, because content got so hard I couldn't use them in anything. Or if I did want to use them, it's like this. I use all my favorite characters and finish a run in 20 minutes. Or I use all the OP characters and finish it in 7 to 8 minutes. I'm going to do that. Especially if I have to run the same stage over 50 to 100 freaking times just to get the rewards. And then the stuff they did good, like increase the multiplier of points you get if you use a certain character on Ninja Road. It's like they created that with one character at a time. Then they got smart and started doing 3 different characters at a time that you get more of a boost. And then they just did away with it completely. And it was like, y'all were doing good. Why would you remove that? Even if you couldn't come up with new characters, keep the bonus. Nope. Never getting gacha pullable versions of Shippuden, Shino in his regular clothes, Joji, Tamari, Kankuro, Kiba. Just give us Shippuden Tamari 3 to 4 times as Phantom Castle unit. And it's like yeah. Game died in a lot of different, multiple ways. That's why we're at this point. I'm not really sad to see it go. I have other games I play, you know. What I will say is I'm not planning on quitting YouTube. I still want to do other things. The only thing I can say that I will do is I'll still keep playing Super Mario Sunshine, because I'm trying to get to 120 shines. I streamed that too long ago. I need to do that again. And then Pokemon Shield, I went through the work to get the shiny charm, and then I'll be doing some shiny hunting stuff on that. Try to get back into that. Long story short, I had maybe 120 shiny Pokemon, and data got corrupted on all the games. That's multiple games, okay, that I had the Pokemon on, and lost them all. So I only have like 5 or 6 now. But I'm ready to give it another shot on that end. Anyway, guys, I hope this video wasn't too negative. I know I'm being goofy and upbeat on one end because I am fine that the game is going. I'm sorry for those who still enjoy the game or would like to play it. Hey, if another company came along and bought it, it could have survived, but shoulda, coulda, woulda at this point, you know. I want to thank everyone who has been here since the beginning, has been here for a long time, still subscribed to me, still supporting, even though I don't upload like I used to much at all. I really do appreciate you guys doing that. People who are active in my Discord as well. You know, another little side that I'll share with y'all is when I do go through the work of uploading a video and I share it to my Discord and I see people leaving. I was like, dang, you came to my Discord for the Blazing content, and then when I actually upload Blazing content, you leave? Like, dang. Including people who I knew still play Blazing. That's what made it kind of messed up. I just felt like I'm not going to keep spending hours and hours of my time and energy on making guides and stuff when they're not needed anymore. I know it can help some people and this and that, but it wasn't the same like it used to be. A lot of these broken units, it was just like, take the character, beat it in no time. You know, it wasn't like you had to struggle as much back then to come up with characters to use and everything else. Now it's a heart impact or a heart mission. Take Blazing Fest Kaguya. She ignores type disadvantage. And then they gave type disadvantage to all the characters. It made so many vast ranges, and, you know, kind of got rid of the need for people to struggle with a lot of the content, unless talking about the new ones that took way too much time to do, because they want to force switch seal you and chakra recovery seal you and take away all your chakra and nuke you with one attack if you don't take them out fast enough. Something that I find really ironic at the end of the day is how so many YouTubers or vocal people in the community was talking about 7 stars as if that was going to help or save the game, and it was also to make banners not guaranteed because it would be more hype when you pull the character. I completely agree with the last statement. It does make it more hype to pull it, and I had no hype when I pull a character on a guarantee. It's like, oh, if you watch any of my summoning videos and I don't get the character until the guarantee, I'm like, oh wow, the character, thanks. I spent a bunch of money for one. It doesn't feel good. So I'm fine with that. The problem was they listened to the community and did it at the worst time, on the 2nd anniversary, with no way to get the best units in the game. And they lowered the rates. That's what it was. They lowered the rates. If it kept at 1%, it would have been different. A lot different. Well received. Because they said they didn't tell them to lower the rate. So, yeah, that one's fine. The 7-star thing, however, which was really cool, they did execute it well on Blazing. Me, I was always on the side of saying, no, that won't help the game at all. That won't fix anything. And people will try to go back and forth with me, you know, debate about it. And look how that turned out. The timing was bad that they dropped it. And what I mean is they should have done it a lot sooner, right? When a lot more people were still playing the game. And they executed them perfectly fine, in my opinion. I don't have any problems with how they executed 7 stars. But my main point was, it doesn't fix all the other problems. It doesn't fix the limit break. At the time when people were talking about it, they didn't let you buy multiple items from the shop at once. Didn't fix PvP. Didn't fix the power creep. Didn't make them balance out characters. Didn't make them bring back to life older characters. It's just problem upon problem upon problem with the game that 7 stars didn't fix. And I called it back when people were speculating about it years ago. Years ago, I knew it wouldn't help the game. And when it did come out, it brought back some old familiar faces a little bit. Brought back some old people to be like, ooh, 7 stars, let me try to get them. Then people get them, and they play the game for a little bit, and see that it didn't get any better. You know, 7 stars are a cool type of thing to add if the game is doing fine. But the game wasn't doing fine. They needed to fix a lot more things with the game, and they didn't do that. You know, even at the time that this game is going to be gone, we only have 5 7 stars in existence. Even if it was done sooner and we had 30 in existence, you know, hey, it's like I said, it didn't change anything. All these 7 stars did was change PvP and make it more toxic with how much HP and damage they do. And then it's like, if you're going to base so much of the game around the PvP thing, at least balance it. At least update the characters. I'm going to show y'all one character in particular. So the character I want to talk about is Kimimura right here. He's a character I pulled and got all of his dupes for throughout the years. He's one of my favorite characters to use. He was really good when he first came out. He takes away 1 bar of chakra, and then he switch seals them for 70% of the time for 3 turns. Actually 80% with this ability. So really good because he stopped him from switching out and then took away a bar of chakra. As the power creep comes along, and they refuse to do anything to update the character, which they've proven on multiple occasions that they can actually update characters, like change their multipliers, change their abilities, change their stats in general. And they don't do it for older characters. Makes them fall off completely. No one wants to pull them. They're sad when they pull them, right? And then he was in desperate need of a limit break. But because of the way they limit break characters, instead of limit breaking them when they need to do it so that they stay relevant and people get, you know, bargain for their buck, or at least, look, I'll put it simple. If I summon on a banner and get a bunch of Blazing Festival characters, Blazing Bash characters to compete against other players, and I put all this time into them to power them up and spend all these materials that takes you days and weeks and months of saving up to do, and I lose every single last one because they can't hang with the other ones even when getting a limit break to boost them up. People quit because of that. People stop playing because of that. People don't care anymore because of that. And, you know, in his case, he needed a limit break a year and a half ago. That's when he needed a limit break. And because of the way they released it, all weird and super far back, it's like all the characters that they, like when they first started limit breaking, it was like, oh, they have a little bit of use again, right? But they were so slow with it that some of the characters would be like, here's a limit break for these older characters. You're like, why would I ever use them? They suck. And then you got characters that can take away 2 to 3 bars of chakra, switch seal 80 to 90% of the time, and push them back on the speed gauge. So, oh, that speed gauge crap really kills. That and the mobilization, yeah. My point being, this is another prime example of how they could have fixed the game or made it better. Just use common sense with it. Any player who played the game and can look at this character, even newer players, like if you play the game for a month and you see what all the characters you pulled on the new banner can do comparison to this, you'll be like, this dude sucks. Why would I ever use him? And you wouldn't use him. Anyway, you guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If I can find a way to set up other mobile games, because these other mobile games I play, they are not compatible with emulators. Half of them aren't, and if they are compatible, they say if you get caught, they will ban you indefinitely. And see, what's funny is Blazing says the exact same thing, but it's Blazing. It's like they don't follow through with their game on multiple levels, so why would they follow through with banning people who are playing on an emulator, who in a lot of cases don't have a phone to play on, or their phone is super laggy, or catches on fire, or dies out because of how much their game takes up space, and they rather play it on a computer which can handle it. Yes, I'm talking about myself. And a lot of other people have had the same type of situation. Multiplayer died out, took too long, didn't have time to speed. Anyway, you guys, that's pretty much it for this goodbye Blazing video / rant / update, whatever you want to call it. Once again, thank you all for all the support you've given me up until this point. And, you know, we'll see what the future holds. Because like I said, I don't want to be the person who keeps saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, not name up all this stuff, and then not do any of it. Because being honest with y'all, you know, depression hits a lot of people. I was depressed at some point, and that's just like, don't feel like uploading or doing other stuff for a good period of time. And you know, it happens to a lot of people, regardless of how successful they are on the internet or in real life in general. It hits everybody. It can hit anybody, and it can affect everyone. People handle it in different ways. Blah blah blah. I don't know why I'm giving this disclaimer. Anyway, you guys, if you want to see If you want to come along for a journey for whatever I'm going to be doing in the future, I don't know. Hit the like button, subscribe. We'll see. We'll see what happens from here on out. Peace. Peace. This shirt is awesome, by the way. Just had to show y'all. Completely awesome. Real ones know what it is.